Well, I guess it's that time again. 54,000 miles later, and we got some much needed rear brake action going on here. Stay tuned. So a little while back, I did a video on a rear brake job with the FJ Cruiser with emphasis on the brake flush portion of it, and we labeled it the brake flush procedure that you can do at home. Well, that got me thinking, my 4Runner is due for rear brakes. Why don't I do it? A very easy to follow step-by-step process on how you can do your rear brakes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is the Vikings Garage. And today, in less than 10 steps, I'm going to show you how you can do your brakes at home. As far as tools, guys, not much to see here. Couple of specialty tools, but that's about it. And of course, when it comes to parts, I personally prefer to use OEM parts, although there is always an exception to that. I feel like the guys at Durago do put a great product out there. Check them out. These are really good quality rotors. You will not be disappointed. First things first, let's go ahead and remove the two 17mm caliber bolts. With the wrench, I prefer not to use power tools so we don't damage the bolts. And then you can very easily, with both those bolts remove your caliper from its housing, therefore exposing your worn out brake pads. With your flathead screwdriver, go ahead and remove those old brake pads. Now, when it comes to compressing the brake caliper piston, I like to use this brake caliper compression tool for two reasons. One, it's super effective, and two, it's actually pretty easy on your wrists. Yes, you could use a C-clamp, but honestly, when you use one of these, you will never ever go back to a C-clamp. Now, in order to remove your brake rotor, you must first remove your brake caliper bracket. And now there are two 17mm bolts right on the back of it. Now let me show you how easy it is to remove this rotor. And yes, of course, you could whack it with a hammer, but with these two little holes right there, you can very easily grab a 12mm bolt. And check this out. Yes, that is exactly why they're there. You run it in and watch it break loose. Voila. Now, as I showed you earlier, that wire brush is exactly for these brake slides. Clean it as best as you can. Again, it's all up to you on how crazy you want to get. To me, this is clean enough. Now, when it comes to this hub, it is super important to clean the mating surface for the rotor as best as you can. I am particularly going to use an angle die grinder. You can use the same brush as before, because I understand not everybody is going to have access to this tool. The key here, once again, guys, is clean it as best as you can. It does not have to be perfect. As you can see, I think this is clean enough. We're going to go ahead now and do the next guy a favor and put some anti-seize so that this rotor can come out. And don't be like me. I got a little carried away. This is a little too much anti-seize, but you get the point. With your hub all prepped, it is time to start putting her back together. We got that rotor back in there. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the caliper bracket. Don't worry, I will include the torque specs towards the end of the video. Now let's go ahead and install the pads. When it comes to the brake pads, I always like to use the old ones as an example, and you want to go ahead with some of that brake grease and apply it on your brake pad so that you can then apply the shims over this grease. Nice and easy, not much to it. Again, it's all about mimicking what you see on the old ones. Let's go ahead and install this clip. This can be a little tricky, but guys, there's nothing to it. You want to apply it right at the edge there. This is the clip that made that very annoying sound you heard in the beginning of the video. This is more or less your alarm to tell you, hey, you need brakes, buddy. And with the clip installed, let's go ahead and apply some more brake grease only on the areas where it contacts with the actual caliper. Don't get carried away. Once again, just a little bit goes a long way. And as you guys can see, with the brake pads now installed in the caliper bracket, things are starting to look as they should. We're almost there. Now we need to go ahead and install that caliper itself. Once again, use those 17mm bolts. I like to do this by hand. Use a long wrench. Guys, power tools are good, but you don't want to strip this. And as promised, these are the torque specs. Torque it to spec, guys, and enjoy. Now tell me that wasn't easy. I have absolutely no doubt you guys can do this at home as well, guys. Some people choose to reuse their shims. I'm gonna show you really quick here why I don't do that. I'm a firm believer that if you can do this 100% perfect, the shims gotta go. They gather way too much rust for my taste, and by the time you grind this rust down, it is no longer the same shape it was before. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you found it to be useful, don't forget to smash that like button. If you haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more of these easy to follow maintenance videos. And of course, don't forget to check out the rest of the series because we've done quite a few of these. And until the next time, I will catch you guys on the next one.